How you doing, everybody? I'm Scott Jelnick with the Master Investor Academy, and today I'm going to do an extremely short video for you. Probably only going to take 1 minute. This is just a little tip on how to build a little bit better rapport and get your foot in the door with somebody when you're either going on an appointment or if you're doing door knocking on foreclosures. This is going to help you to get your foot in the door. This is something that's extremely simple. It's a little bit of psychology that most people just don't think about. Now, I'm going to tell you how I came up with this. One day, this is back in 2006 when door knocking was huge, foreclosures were just starting. I went and I knocked on the door, and a woman opened the door and she was like, "No, we're not selling the house, this is a mistake, we're going to stop the foreclosure, blah, blah, blah," and kind of shooed me off out of there. Well, about 5 days later, I get a phone call for an appointment on that very same house. Now, she didn't know it was me, and I didn't even realize it was her until I showed up there and saw it was the same house. Well, when I got in, I'm sitting down, I talked with her, and so I asked her, I said, "Well, I was here, about a week ago and you told me you weren't selling it. Why was it that you called me now?" Well, her answer was simple and it was eye-opening for me. I scared her. And the reason I scared her is because, again, not everybody's the same size I am. I'm 6'3", 240, 250 pounds. I'm a big guy, but when somebody opens the door and you're at eye level with them or higher, they're automatically on the defensive. And nobody wants to do business when you're on the defensive. So what can you do to avoid this? And I learned that day, and I've never done it that way again. When I knock on someone's door, the first thing I do is I go back. I'll go down 1 or 2 steps on their front porch. Go down on the steps. So when they open their door, their head's here, mine's down here. This is not something I made up. CEOs do this all the time, where they'll have their executive chair is higher than the chairs across from them. It's just a power position where you want them to feel empowered. Because when they feel like they're defensive, they feel like you're bigger than they are, all they want is you out of there. They don't want to invite you in, they're not comfortable, they're feeling scared, and they want you out of there. So this is just a little tiny tip. It's just part of the psychology of dealing with a motivated seller. When you knock at the door, be it for an appointment where they called you on your marketing materials, or if you were doing door knocking for foreclosures where you're actually knocking, trying to purchase the property, just keep in mind, even if you're not as big as I am, knock on the door, take a few steps back so you're lower than they are when they open the door. It makes them 1,000 times more comfortable now to speak to you when they're looking down at you, as opposed to if they're looking up at you because you're towering over them. Even if you're not a big guy like me, you still take a step down and let them feel empowered to be over you. That's all I have for you today. This is just a tiny little tip I just wanted to give you because it does mean a lot. All these little things add up to help you make you a better buyer. You have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.